Check. 1, 2. Hello. Hello. Blue raspberry. Jello. You should be able to hear me pretty good on this brand new microphone I just got right now. Yeah, for real. I literally just got this today. It was supposed to be something I could have for the phone, so I wouldn't have too much background noise. I've been having some technical difficulties, but I think I got everything fixed for the most part. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, yeah, my lip flaps are, geez. My ectoplasmic head is, very much, malfunctioning, so to speak. Yeah, okay, whoa. Jesus Christ. Okay, right, this is bad. Maybe if I just turn off the music for a sec? Ah. Right, give me a second. Right, okay. Okay, just give me a second. I'm gonna turn on music a little bit. Right, okay, I don't know if you can even hear the music anymore. But yes, I've been encountering some technical difficulties with this new microphone and whatnot. And, right, it's just more like the system has not properly updated. Apparently my old headset wouldn't work when I plugged it in. So I'm going to be using this in the meantime. I'll do a lot more audio testing tomorrow. Terribly sorry for the rocky start. But yes, the reason why we're starting a bit late is, we'll not get too into it, but didn't get a lot of sleep over the weekend. Very tired. On Friday, I went to go see Evanescence and Hailstorm and the Warning, actually. Nice, lovely concert with some friends. And, yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep over the weekend either. That was my fault. Right, so as for a morning stream tomorrow, there will not be, as I have to go run some errands. But for Friday and maybe Thursday and Friday, I might have a new model kit to build. Perhaps. I no guarantees. As for tomorrow, I am planning to play Five Nights at Freddy's, maybe some other horror games, depending on, say, I don't know, if I get bored with Five Nights at Freddy's, to be honest. Because I'm not sure if I can play that game for 3 hours or more. So we might play, like, I don't know, 3 different games, just to kind of, like, give a good idea of, a little preview of things that, other things I will play on the channel. I won't be playing too many horror games for the month of October, because, hey, spooky content is, all year round for me. So, yeah. But, yeah, Wednesday, I'm going to try and boot up Nightmare Cart by the lovely Bunlith. Totally original IP, do not steal. Then on Thursday, on Hallows Eve itself, I got a special little treat planned. I'm going to be reading to you some scary stories. We will start with The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is apparently a short read. Might do some other reading, perhaps by Edgar Allan Poe, maybe some H.P. Lovecraft, and some William Blake, maybe. And then we'll wrap off the evening, probably on the midnight hour, if I schedule it correctly, with I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream. I think a lot of people will quite enjoy that. I'm going to try and get my proper reading voice ready to, present quite a beloved work. Yeah, wow, my ectoplasmic head does not want to cooperate today. Maybe I'm just talking a bit too quietly, and perhaps the, settings I'm using are malfunctioning, but, it happens. Right, so you're just gonna see my head, just sort of yapping in the corner. Um, hmm. Maybe I should just close that and restart. No, it's working sometimes. I don't know if it's picking up the desktop audio or not. That's a bit of a problem there. At least it should be okay. Anyway. Let's try that. Okay, a little better. Ah, far more responsive. Okay. I'm also very, very close into the microphone. Like I said, just got it today. It has a tiny tripod. I also have a big stand that I can put this on, but it's kind of heavy. I don't want to take it out of the. I have to move some boxes to get it. It's not a problem. Okay, so as for this stream, if my lip flaps can move a little bit more, please. Jeez. That is very sensitive. Very sensitive indeed. But yes, for this stream, I'm gonna try my best to, not take too long and not bash my head against all the dialogue decisions to, find all the new content. No, I don't think, people would enjoy that last time, so we're gonna try our best to, just kind of breeze through it mostly. We have 3 more parts to go. We have 2 more decisions to make, and then we have the ending. So let's see. For the first segment of the evening, we will be bashing our heads a little bit, but I think I know what I'm doing because I got minor spoilers out of context that gave me a hint as to how to go about the new content. As for the next 2, the 5th route that we'll decide on, that's a lot more straightforward. I know how to do it. This is point A to point B. Shouldn't be a problem. And then the ending, the ending is what it is. That's all. Okay. Now let me just turn off this music then. Hang on. There we go. And I'll also try to decrease the volume of the actual music. Because, yeah, last time in the recording I saw that it was a bit loud. So I'm going to try and fix that. Yeah. Sorry. Apparently my ectoplasmic head does not like my new microphone. Or the system, anyway. I'm using a PNG Tuber Plus, and sometimes it doesn't work like how I want it to. I might just have to close the program and restart it. Or I'm just not speaking loud enough into the microphone most of the time. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along, I guess. Okay, now, let's just boot up that. Right? Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now we're cooking. Or I guess maybe OBS has like a minor delay to it. I think that might be the case. Well, regardless. Fuck it, we ball, I guess. I'll just edit that volume a little bit. Let's see. Music volume. I love you, Brandon Boone, but sometimes it's a bit loud. Just a little bit. Okay, so this is the 4th time that we are doing the time warp. So, right. Let's just head to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this.
And we're just going to press tab, and we're just going to skip ahead a teensy bit at a time.
The interior of the cabin is the blade.
Right, we're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Okay. Let's just go down and do this.
The door to the basement, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool.
Right. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Remain silent.
I see. The silent treatment. You know, if you don't share with me, well, I'm not going to share with you.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
I just kind of realized that I'm not exactly broadcasting to YouTube right now, I don't think. It should be fine. I'll just upload the VOD to YouTube later from Twitch. Anyway, I think we talked enough. Been through this too many times.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Yeah, after that last ending, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Excuse me, hey, let me out of here?
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Of course they are.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Of course. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I actually don't know what would happen if you try to slay her here. But I don't want the stream to go too long. I have the schedule, if you will. No, we're gonna save the princess this time.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Right then, we approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Well, that's just cheating.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh. Oh, interesting. It's grayed out because I guess that would just lead to Spectre? Interesting. Warn her.
Stop that.
It's the only thing we can't do,
I
ironically.
thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Right. Narrator, I don't think you understand. We literally can't do anything but resist. So, Well, it is what it is, as I always say.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Welcome to the party, Skeptic.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
I honestly think Skeptic is actually a very good voice to
And
have.
as far as trying to help her goes,
He's very
need
helpful.
I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Right, I already did this before, so we'll just proceed to the cabin at this rate.
A warning before you go any further.
We know.
She will lie, she will cheat.
Get that?
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Yeah. And as always, we look into the mirror, because you have to.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Yeah, see, Skeptic is like next to voice of the hero and another voice that we may or may not see later. Skeptic is generally trying to help the protagonist. Like I think he's generally like, yeah, a skeptic and mistrusting of everything, but considering everything we've seen the past stream, yeah, that's reasonable, honestly. Anyway, gonna save here, right? Because I don't know what we need to do. I think we need to take the blade for the new ending.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Like I said, skeptic, reasonable. But yeah, like I said, got a minor spoiler of what to expect, so I think I need the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there will be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. You're gonna save here. Let's see the options here. So one is sit with her. The other is slay the princess. But the other one is, I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Let's just try the first option and see where that gets us. I mean, she's not a threat, so I can just leave her.
As if by divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam. I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. It doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually. That's not fair. Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else. So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
Oh, you don't know how bad it can get, Skeptic.
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
Alright. I'll sit with her for the time being.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
I'll just sit where she told me to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Right, so I mentioned that the start of the stream, for this route, I might be bashing my head against the wall, all the decisions, just for a little bit here. But anyway, let me see. Okay. Hey, let me out of here. Open the door. Yes, you can't do that. My intentions, what do you mean? I mean, I have a knife. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? Let's see if we can help out Skeptic with his little theory.
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this.
May as well say game with air quotes are important.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Just flat out saying it.
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
Yeah, but possibly for the worse.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
No, I get it.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Let's see. What happened last time after I died? Well, we kind of know that. It's just that we died, she kind of got teleported back here. Okay. The other chain on the wall, who was it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Righty then, so let's see. I will not inspect the shackle right now. Not a good idea. What happened after I... No, wait. What would you have me do? That's what I meant to say.
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world, and she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Well, at this rate, we kind of know the princess is a lot more genuine, most of the time. Okay, they have some new options, so let's see. We can say, I'm not giving you a weapon, or you realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? And I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me with it last time. Well, kinda had no choice. Or, I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Or, okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the prisoner in the base game, so I don't know what's new. Well, I saved the game, so let's try... Deal with it. I'm not giving you a weapon. I'm gonna cut you out on my own.
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if she walked up to us with a blade again, after what happened between us? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted?
Put the mic down for a second.
But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Testing. Wah, wah, wah. Ah, jeez. Okay, does that pick up on the mic? Yeah, it is. It's just my ectoplasmic head is encountering some malfunctions once again. I might just have to close this and then start all over again. Turn it off and on. It's like a nightlight, but it's my head. That's how it works. Anyway. There is no option to just die, honestly. Let's just try... I saved the game again, so let's just try slaying her?
You steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart. The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
Oh yeah, I think this is the new route.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
At least I think so, anyway.
I don't like this. It was too easy.
Indeed.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now.
No,
you
maybe
have
this
the attention span of a fly.
No,
how are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Yeah, no, I think I know where we're going with this.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
So you say.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our rewards?
This is the reward.
This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Did we get dialogue options before, I wonder? I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Yeah, no, this all feels different, actually. Like, I don't quite recognize this. Wait, can we actually stay? Can we get... Well, let's say I don't want to die again. Or, let's just explore first. What do you suggest then?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Well, I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. Accept my reward now.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it.
Is Skeptic just gonna kill us?
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Oh, we do get the good ending from this. Okay. Cool. Yay!
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
But we did
You
it.
really don't want to be happy, do you?
You know what you have to do.
Is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
But I like being happy. Are you really going to take it away from me?
That wasn't real happiness. The truth is still out there for us to find, but we can't find it here.
Sorry, but we're not doing that.
Don't apologize. I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you sorry? Your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating.
That's new.
Are you killing us?
You'll forgive me eventually.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Oh, you know he would.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
He has a point.
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Don't blame me, blame Skeptic.
We'll see about that.
Okay, yeah, this leads to the gray. Okay, well that was interesting. I didn't know we can get the, you know.
You're on a path in the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
I'm gonna save it here. And then we're going to go back. Let's just go back here. And we're just gonna drop the blade.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick.
Alright.
Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
I saved it there at the gray because maybe in a future stream, I'll just load up that save and we can see that content for later. Who knows?
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty metal as fuck. Watching uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Does
I'll
it-
be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Does a blade against bone actually make that sound?
So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Yeah, as disturbing as this is, still beautiful art by Abby. I love this.
Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
I don't think it works that way. Trust
The
me.
princess's eyes
I
stare
would
up at
know.
you. Dead. Congratulations. You saved the world.
Yeah, getting your head cut off sucks. Let
So
me
I
tell
guess
you.
that's it. What a way to go.
Long story behind that one.
She is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Okay, so my theory is, like, currently, pattern recognition is kicking in. The Gray, Chapter 3, is if we go upstairs to see our reward. I'm pretty sure. So to get the new ending, we have to not go upstairs and see that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Because in the minor spoiler that I saw, I think the princess needs her head cut off to get the new content. I'll take her with me, and we'll see what happens.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Nope, this isn't what we want. I don't want to linger too much on this chapter, but... Okay, so before the fight... Okay, hold on. So, give her a knife to do that. Slaying the princess doesn't work. Let me just use this explore option here. I can cut you out of here, but I'm not giving you a weapon. Let's just tell her that before we decide.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
Fair.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
Okay, being very blunt about it.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
In fact, hold on a second.
Or it's another bluff.
Sorry, that's my
No
phone.
hard feelings, of course.
Jeez.
But you should be aware of my position.
I'll just turn that off. Okay. Let me just see if I saved at a certain point. If I don't have the... Oh, I've got an idea. Duh. What if I go in without the blade?
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get a say here? I mean, come on. Come on. What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Okay, so we have no choice. That's interesting. I actually never knew that. Okay, back here. Let's inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Because that leads to one ending.
And why is that?
But...
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
So last stream, we got a new ending by making a decision, right? That was changed from the base game, right? But I'm wondering here if it is a brand new decision that we get by inspecting the chains, because there's something I'm remembering. A key detail that, they may have changed, so I'm gonna try inspecting the chain here, because that's
He isn't.
like the only other option
I
we have
am.
at this rate. And they may have changed a particular detail.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough,
Okay.
the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Okay, so that's one of the details I was thinking about, like, does this change in the DLC or update? Does the blade still fall out of my hands if I do this? Because, hey, I don't know, maybe there's a new option here when I'm chained up. I don't know.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yep.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yeah, wasn't it in the cabin most of the other times? Did you know this is gonna happen to me?
No.
Yeah, no, the only other options here is to wait in silence. That leads to an end. You know what? Let's see this through, right? See this through. Gonna wait in silence.
You and the princess
And
wait
see if it
in
leads to one of the
silence, though
endings.
neither of you knows
Or
what you're
that I
waiting
already
for.
know about.
But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't.
Interesting.
Time passes. It passes and passes and passes, and the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Continue to wait in silence, I guess.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement.
Stay there.
Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then...
Okay, got it.
And... I think he's gone.
Yep, and he's gone. Yeah. So that's that. Jeez. Okay. Because, yeah, no, slaying the princess won't actually work. And no, like, cutting off her head and leaving her down here is just going to lead to the grave, right? Because killing her, then going up to receive our reward, leads to Gray. I remember in the base game that cutting off her head also, then going upstairs to get your reward, also leads to the Gray. But I wonder if that's the thing that changed. I wonder, we're repeating the whole Spectre issue of a certain decision has been changed. So, yeah, no. We're gonna give her a knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, already tried to take over her body. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
Yes, Skeptic is a badass.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade. The princess maintains
Thanks.
She pulls up. What is she?
Okay. I'm gonna look away this time.
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal.
We should have covered our
bone.
ears too, yeah.
I'll be damned. She's at her. Killing her? We don't. And then there is. This is. Yet. Finally, there's this. I think you can open your eyes now. Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? The princess's eyes stare up at you. Of course, the prince. No, I don't. Look, you're just.
Okay. Let's leave her in the basement this time.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. With your work, the windows, the door.
Right.
You open the only. You don't have to. But if ever this. Okay.
We know.
This is what like heck.
Well, that's bullshit.
What's done is done. Time past decade.
What do you suggest then?
Suggest.
Alright, let's just slay ourselves.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you I don't have to That's all we needed to hear. You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right? Yeah, we'll see about that.
Because this leads to great, doesn't it? Nope. Alright, I was right. They changed this. Okay, we're good, people. We're moving. Chapter 3,
You're on a path
the
in
cage.
the wood. Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
Yep. Paranoid,
Worse
my
is what it
boy.
is.
Let's fucking...
We're finally starting to
He's
see
the best
reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate. You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do. What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress.
Okay, so two things. One, yeah, I should have just went with my initial gut and cut off her head and then just go claim my reward. I knew that that was probably the way to do it based on the minor spoiler I received, but I wanted to just make sure. Right. Secondly, I love the fact that Paranoid and the Skeptic are teaming up for once. I genuinely love this because I don't believe that we've really seen this before. Like, yeah, no, I love this. This is great. Ah, jeez, the fucking, hello? Oh, jeez, my, ectoplasmic head is failing again. At this rate, maybe I should just turn it off for good. I don't know. I'm using a PNG Tuber Plus, and it's very sensitive to weird stimuli from my microphone. It's just random at this rate. Hold on. Default. Let's try that. Okay, is that working? Okay, I think you just need to reset that little option. I think. Is it working? Oh. Alright. Okay, test 1, 2. Alright, right. Well, I mean, you can hear me fine anyway. Whatever. It is what it is. And I will, yeah. Try what I can to fix this, another time. But whatever. Yeah, no, the sound is delayed. Anyway, new chapter, and yeah, I'm very glad that the Skeptic and Paranoid are teaming up. Because, like, yeah, technically speaking, like, that's the thing. Like, Paranoid like, in this opening dialogue here, we see that, like, Skeptic tries to be rational about everything. But Paranoid is, like, the advantage that he has over Skeptic is that he can think outside the box and, like, outside, like, you know, the laws of physics, right? He applies imagination to the scenario, where Skeptic, not so much. He's a very much matter of fact, right? It's about trusting what he sees in front of him, right? In fact, I think the Cold in the previous stream mentioned something similar to that fact. But yeah, this is good. I love it when Paranoid's around. He's generally, I think he's my favorite voice in your head. Wait, did I save? Did I save here? Hold on. Nope, we didn't save. Okay, return. And play.
And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us? It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Oh. Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed. Holding it's
the mouse
starting to feel
cursor. It's there.
natural, isn't it? Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us.
That's
Don't
fascinating.
be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object.
Yeah, it is.
Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
You call this the right
This
track?
is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
I don't think it is. Are you sure we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time.
She... what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
About that.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise. There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board. And you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So there is a board.
Yeah, well, maybe this place is more skeptic. Don't be
Well, what's done
enthusiastic
is
about
done,
this.
and you're
Bad.
here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
Oh, we can just toss our weapon into the woods. Ooh, you know what? Gonna save here just in case, but I'm thinking that maybe having a knife would, we're not gonna dwell too much on this chapter. We're not gonna, push every single option and reload the save. We're just going to move forward. So let's just keep the blade with us and proceed to the cabin.
You stand at the edge of a cliff.
Cool.
An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her. There's nothing to find out here.
Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Alright then. We're going to proceed into the cabin.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon.
Her or me?
Your objective awaits.
Huh. That mirror's back again. Why?
What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind?
Or is it a distraction? Something meant to confuse us? Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time, clicking on too many decisions and reloading the save. So yeah, let's just approach the mirror.
You step out onto the floor, or what should have been a floor.
Uh-oh.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Ah, the express route. I see.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark
Our
space.
hands almost look
The
humanoid.
glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move.
Okay,
let
these are
observation
bird hands, alright.
give us an advantage.
Okay, oh boy. Alright then, are you mad at me?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real? They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Yeah, once you can get thoughts,
maybe wishful
that's
thinking
it.
is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them.
Maybe.
It's worth a try.
We can try. Alright, let's just try to cut ourselves free.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right?
I wish.
Yeah, what he said. It slices through. Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work?
Skeptic, don't ruin this for me.
It just does?
It doesn't.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it. They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere.
Skeptic, you would not give Goku
you
the
should believe
energy
it
for his
because
spirit bomb, would you?
Should. We don't have anything better to do. Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? All right, I'm game. We cut again.
Works for me.
You bring your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings. Yes! Will you look at that?
Huh, it worked.
That worked.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't the rest be the same then? But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Oh no.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter. Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
Yeah, there's no talking out of this. Okay, yeah, no, that... yeah, this answer. What's your problem with me? I only ever tried to help you. That's not gonna fucking work here. Let me down. Killing me isn't gonna fix anything. What happened to you? We happened. You cut your own head off last time. You can't be mad at me about that. I mean, yeah, but she isn't gonna hear that. Let's just keep cutting.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right? You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
Please hurry.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Oh boy.
She won't kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
Okay, let's just read these options. I'm probably not going to click on the... Also, sorry, my dog is going crazy upstairs. Anyway, none of this is my fault. I haven't done anything to you except give you my weapon twice. Explore. She? Are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you. No, it's clearly separate. I'm going to listen to the princess on that one. What do you mean you're just a watcher? You cut your own head off last time. You made that decision. Technically, yeah. Or, you've made choices and you've never stopped. You're choosing violence right now. No, the body is. Explore, drop the blade, or say nothing. Oh boy. We're just gonna go back again. Let's just cut myself free.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chain strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
Maybe I should throw
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable. Come on, come on, come on!
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down. Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
At least there's that.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
Yeah, that's a weird
what
way
of
to
it?
phrase it.
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
What? Whoa, what's going on here? Hold on. Everything's grayed out. Oh, because they're separate. She's the one we're trying to save, Doi, and she's trying to kill us. But yet, if they separated, right? If she has a mind of her own, then yeah, I see. So, okay, so all these grayed out options. The pieces fall into place. For every permutation, there is a pattern. And when the pattern is learned, the illusion dissolves. But was the pattern always there, or were you the ones who wrote it in the sand? The writers must follow their own script. Give her your implement. All right.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart.
Is this even gonna kill her?
Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
We're setting her free, air quotes.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
About that.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
We did it. We figured it out. We won.
Did
Why
we?
don't I feel like it means anything?
I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it? I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find
No,
Where's
it's
that
just-
mirror again?
We're here again. It's gonna be okay. Trust me, we've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is calling us. And not in a good way.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's gonna be okay. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you?
Feels too good to be true.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
Well, let's just try this little thing here. This is a long paragraph, so I might as well ask this. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them aren't me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. And he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally gonna have some answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Alright. Well, if this is the last stage before your completion, then... No, we're not staying. We're just... Or if this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Alrighty then. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Excuse me, can you...
And in the basement of that...
Why is it not skipping? Alright. Well, in any case... Right. 2 more things to go. The 5th decision, and then the ending. And I'm happy because we are going to be doing my favorite round in this game. Although this, last stream, I think I encountered my new favorite, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if my, fucking, God, this thing is very faulty. There we go, okay. Yeah, the mic is just very sensitive for my lip flap. Sorry if I was just, if it looked like I was just kind of yapping in the corner over and over again. Well, I think I fixed it. Okay. As I was saying, we're doing my favorite round in the game. And we're just going to silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up. We're not
Yeah, we know. Proceeding to the cabin. Technically, it doesn't matter if we pick up the blade or not.
The
but we might as
interior
well.
of the blade.
We picked up the blade so far, so let's do so.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter the basement for the final time. Maybe.
The door to the her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds, don't let it fool you.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's so focused on the task at
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's been. Don't you dare. It's fine.
I think I have to drop it here. So
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You know, I'm here to kill you.
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Look, I'm gonna keep you locked way down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
No, it is not.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Well, unfortunately, we can't do anything else. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
I love how no one is.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Nope, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
No, we can't.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
I love the effect
Like she's
of
less
the
of the
voice.
princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Ignore her and go. You know what? Let's say middle one. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
There's my boy.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Okay, this is the same question as all the other times. Okay, let's just proceed to the cabin, not waste too much time now.
A warning. Before you go,
We
she
know.
will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the
I love
walls
this music
almost
so much.
featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
In fact, I'm gonna keep the music up a little bit. Only because it's my favorite theme in the game. In fact, I don't think the music is overpowering for this chapter, so we'll turn it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll just keep it there. Okay.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Let's approach the mirror and wipe it off
Walk
one
up
more
to the wall
time.
next to the empty basement door frame. What are you talking about? This is...
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your... Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Yeah, this whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
This sounds like my friends and I talking to the dungeon master in Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
A Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I love that. Anyway, what I said sorry before is that my dog is, again, seems to be playing fetch upstairs. That's what the weird tapping sound was. But you can see why she's my favorite princess. Well, you're gonna see her in a moment. Let's go right.
You turn to the right.
Side to the
A
left.
faintly outlined path lies before you.
Crisscross.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Oh, I love her design so much.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
All right, everybody, say it with me now. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Liver.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Live I. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
So yeah, there are times where I actually do make the chance of heart, lungs, liver, nerves in order to actually calm down myself. if I'm feeling particularly stressed.
liver, nerves, heart.
So why won't you just finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Liver,
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
lungs, liver.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then...
Shit, make her stop.
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment,
liver,
and then you're
nerves,
gone.
heart, lungs,
Just
liver,
like
nerves, heart,
that.
lungs, liver,
Ah,
nerves, heart,
and
lungs,
there's the
liver,
fear.
Nerves, heart.
She pulls away.
Nerves, heart, lungs,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
So what happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Heart, lungs, liver.
I don't think I can live without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I mean, if you need me alive, then why'd you threaten me on the stairs? Why don't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Nerves, heart, lungs.
And you got afraid as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
You seem miserable.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I mean, I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Heart, lungs, liver.
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
Heart,
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
The world needs fear, doesn't it?
Well, that
Every
means
terror
world.
I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good.
liver,
So what harm is there really in letting me out?
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Is there an option to like make a screenshot? Because I like this quote here and the pose.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Hold on, so I gotta.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Actually, let me see if I can just look it up on my phone real quick, as I have it right here. That monitors the stream.
Nerves, heart,
So, Slay the Princess, screenshot.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Let's see.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Or screenshot
heart,
button.
lungs, liver.
Is that going to give me a better response?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I'll just use the print screen button.
Liver, nerves, heart.
Yeah, I'll just.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Or is
lungs,
there
liver,
a better
nerves,
button?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Do.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Whatever. I'll just.
liver, nerves.
Oh, it's fine. It's not that important.
Heart, lungs, liver,
I just thought there'd be like an easy button for me to press, but I don't think so.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
In any case, let's just
lungs, liver,
make sure it's not too.
lungs,
Yeah, give Paranoid a bit of a break. But yeah, I just like this
liver,
quote. Guess it's like, Nightmare Before Christmas. Life's no fun without a good scare. Except this is a bit more fucked up. But people will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
Well, everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
I mean, look, if you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
And what happens if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
We're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
Look, we don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends, even.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Alright, well, I think it's time we get this show on the road, huh? Not gonna, save there, right? Is there a save button for screenshot? Nah, not really, that's fine. But no, I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your knife.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission. Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
No, it is not.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve, a good life, love, children, a steady career, recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond. I love that whole segment. It is so tragically beautifully written.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, The Moments of Clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Narrator, look at the place.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us.
Nice
If you
scumbag.
think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling.
Hey, Hunted.
Not when there's so much fear.
You're cool. I like you.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
We love her, so we have to set her free.
Hey, other best boy.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Let me just save here. Again, sorry, my dog. Really skittering up there like crazy. I don't know what's up. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times.
It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
Okay, you're not helping.
Shut up. You were here.
Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right.
Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
Is it, though? Because sometimes they have some very good advice. So, yeah, what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Don't have the option. Just gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed forward.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It
fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun.
Use the
And
parallax.
I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so, so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me.
Are you sure
I've
about
already
that?
taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take me in and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is
Doesn't have
difficult at
capacity
first,
anymore.
as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
That's such an interesting detail to the design.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Alright, people, here we go. To the last part of the game. You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave,
She's
and
gone.
returns.
Yeah, I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll
be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth.
I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Boys, it's been an honor.
You know what? It has been opportunist. Gaze into your reflection one last time. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, that's an interesting update to the mouse cursor. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. Refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you... me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the images in the glass in two. Another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So, you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Well, you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
So, was the princess, did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Yeah, choose my questions carefully. Let's see. Right, so if you call this place a construct, what is it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
This gets a bar. Let's see. Oh, I can just destroy it here. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Pretty sure I can. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
I mean, do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
But what would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing inside. Alright, let's go. Final stretch.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
One sec. I know the music is gonna get real loud, so gonna reduce that a little bit. Hopefully it's not too quiet. I'm a little quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Okay, maybe like a little louder. That should be good. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? I don't know, these questions seem like you kind of know what the answer is. Well, let's just talk this through. I still have so many questions. I need answers before I can make a choice. My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Uh-oh.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Okay, so we can address this vessel directly, or appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Reject her authority, you've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. Yeah, but I don't know if that's a life worth living, really. Reject your perspective. I won't engage with violence. Nah. Let me try addressing you directly. I wish I could share my heart with you.
But you already have, in so many ways. It is beautiful and adored. When movement slows and the dust settles, I hope you'll leave with me. Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye. It was fear that made our prison, and it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. Even when you cut yourself free, it was that lie that kept us bound in the dark. It was that lie that drove your edge through my heart. This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
I am inclined to kind of actually agree with this. Wait, whoa, this text looks like it's glowing red. Fear or not, I drove that blade into your heart that remained while you were taken away. Ooh, that sounds aggressive. Well, no harm in just trying this one.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
Yeah, that's true.
What once was one, then was two, and then was one again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was one, then was one again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you, and together we both left. What once was one, then was two, and also one again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
Honestly, yeah. I wish I could leave with you now like you did that.
Then leave with me.
You know what? Honestly, yeah. I want to stop fighting you. I don't see the point anymore.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. I love that the background is feathered wings. It makes so much sense. I love it. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you've always been, and just as you always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. And that was Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. I absolutely love this game, and I'm glad that I can play this on stream for all of you, just share. Because, yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, I'm also very sorry once again for all the technical difficulties that I've been trying to fix. Literally new microphone and PNG Tuber Plus is not quite functioning right now. I'm also not speaking directly into the microphone, so I'm not sure about how, I don't mean to ruin this, I'm sorry, but still new to this. But yeah, no, like, this game, honestly, like, this inspires me to write. Like, I want to write a story as good as this one, honestly. I think we can skip ahead, right? Just click. Okay. Nah, cute little critters. Ah, here's the track order for the special playlist. Okay, cool. Ah, hide the UI by hitting H, and then you do the... Right. I forgot about the H button. And then there's the... You have to do a manual screenshot. And just to follow the story for the first time, you also unlock the gallery. You can access it from the main game and in-game menus under the Memories tab. And it's full of clues that will help you find unexpected vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Thank you. Oh yeah, right. Just return to main menu. Well, let's reset gallery. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Memories? Oh, that's cool. It's the little stickers that they made. But technically this isn't a vessel. But yeah, the princess and the dragon. To excise another is to excise oneself. Nightmare. Fear locked away in the basement of your mind. She isn't armed, is he? Oh, I know what that one is. Fall to a feral captive. Betray her before she can betray you. I'm actually not sure. Oh, I think I know. You can't know someone you've never met. Oh, yep. I know what that one is. Free a gentle captive. There are other ways to die to nature than to let it swallow you whole. And we have the gray because technically we counted the gray. And wraith because technically we counted wraith. I just used bites the dust to reset anyway. Become one with the princess in a very literal sense. May involve but does not necessitate being eaten. Oh, okay. Wait. I thought that one was supposed to be. Strange. No, this must be Nick. Okay, so. Interesting. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. Not quite sure. You don't need the world for your happy ending. The gray. Feelings burned like knives in hearts. The cage. A vicious cycle framed in chain. The wraith. A broken doll. A spirit slain. The moments of clarity bear witness to its darkest fears. And the nightmare. Fear locked. Oh wait. Locked away in the basement of your mind. I have that one. The specter. The remains of violence free from hesitation. And yeah, we got all that. Now, hold on. Beginnings and endings. So, the hero and the princess. The spaces between, and yeah, the end of everything. So no, it doesn't. Well, Oh, even more. finish the game, right? Freedom of gods, go back to where it all started, right? Where it all started, meet her face to face. The end is never the end. Oh. Get it? Stanley Parable. Yeah, maybe that's a Stanley Parable reference. Return to your beginning and slay her once and for all. Leave with her at the end of everything. Back to where it all started, you were always a bit of a contrarian. We don't think there's a way for us to leave, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. No, I said that one. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door, something new that we'll experience together. Return to your strange beginning and slayer once for all, right? Fruits of your labor, a free world free from death. Destroyer without any outside help. Interesting. Destroyer without any outside help, but then find your new world. Defeat her without any outside help, then offer her. Oh, this is interesting. This must be the new ending. Not sure what it means or how to achieve it. There you go, the screenshots. Okay, so that's like the endings more specifically. And is this like actually gonna play out the sequence, I think. But yeah, that was Slay the Princess. I absolutely love this game. I'll just quit out. And are we in the void? Like, are we in the void? Hold on. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. Image is still on. Okay, there we go. Right. Well, it's almost 11:30 for me. And let me just get you caught up on what we're going to be doing this week. So tomorrow I will not have a morning stream. I have to run errands. Might have morning streams for the rest of the week. We'll see about that. After that, let's see. Tomorrow in the evening, we're going to try and play Five Nights at Freddy's and maybe some other horror games or just games I think look cool, depending. Let's see. Wednesday, we'll be playing Nightmare Cart if I can get it to work. Might encounter problems with that. Might use OBS, might use my weird Steam Link mobile setup. Then on Thursday, might have a morning stream on Halloween itself at 11 p.m. as I will be doing something at around 7. 11 p.m. I will be reading to you some scary stories. The two highlights of the evening will be starting with The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, as you know, it very much suits well, frankly, the kind of person I am. So, you know. Oh, speaking of which, hold on a sec. Let me just... There we go. Bring some color back in here. There we go. There, that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Right. So, yeah. On Thursday, right, the stories we'll be reading are The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Those will be the two stories that we absolutely read. There might be some other tales to tell. Some short stories. It won't be too long of a stream. Let's see. Then Friday, what I have planned. Oh, right. That's what I had, right? It was, I believe, I was going to start a visual novel on the 1st of November by the name of The Miskatonic by Rapscallion Games. I followed it on Tumblr quite a lot. but I never got a chance to really get around to play it. But I'm in a much better mood these days, so you know, let's give it a shot, right? As for the next week of November itself, I'm not entirely sure about what my plans are going to be. But yeah, that'll be one thing, is I'll do the Miskatonic on, I don't know, at least once a week, maybe twice. It might be a long game, so it's a visual novel, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. Maybe like once or twice a week. But yeah, next week I don't know what I'm gonna be having planned. But whatever happens, I'm just glad that some of you out there are watching my content. In spite of all of the technical difficulties I go through, I'm still new to this, right? But I hope I can just give you some entertainment. That's all I really want to do, is just, give you a chance to, just welcome you to my crypt and just get cozy, grab some snacks, and just have a good night. That's really all I really want to do. But in any case, I need to get back to sleep, actually. Take better care of myself, and I suggest that you all do the same. So with that, thank you all so much, and thank you Black Tabby Games for making an amazing game. Can't wait to see what you make in the future. I have been your host, Blackmoore the Headless, and I bid you all good night.